Hey, Lakeith,
Hello, sir.
how's it going? So nice to get this chance to talk to you.
It's quite all right. Thanks.
Wonderful. So the murder of Fred Hampton, I remember hearing about this a lot as a kid, hearing about how the FBI, walked in and murdered the Panthers in their sleep. But I feel like your story, your character story, is way less told. Do you feel like a sort of sense of pride being able to bring that to people?
I liked being a part of the movie that would help tell Fred Hampton's story. Uh,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I feel good to be able to play a character that can hopefully be a reflection to people and see, so that way they can see ways in which they relate or don't relate to decisions that he made. I'm glad to be able to kind of show both sides of a coin.
Yeah. It came as a shock to me. Your character has a sort of interesting postscript, and I don't want to, ruin it for people just in case the interview runs before, it comes out. But did knowing sort of your character's fate ultimately affect the way you portrayed him?
Yeah, yeah, knowing that he committed suicide and
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna just spoiled that, but I mean, anyone who can look up the situation will know
Right.
he committed suicide, and so yeah, it colored the way that I approached it because it just made me think that there were a lot of different dimensions as to what he must have been going through as he had to do this strange job of infiltration turned into eventually supplying floor plans to the FBI.
Yeah. And I think one of the things I really appreciated about your performance is the real fear that you could see in, the conflict. There were a lot of scenes where you're sort of exiting and you're like acting tough or whatever, but you can really see that vulnerability with the character. So I really appreciated you bringing that together. So I know that Shaka gave interviews recently where he said that it was really kind of tough for this movie to get made in a way. Like he went to different studios and wasn't working out. Do you think that this subject matter still scares both American studios and America at large?
Yeah, I think people are just the combination has been set in for so long in Hollywood that they want to continue to do the things that they think work, and there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of bias in there. There's a lot of people who just don't want to connect and understand Black stories as if they exist in some sort of vacuum and they aren't human stories. But
Hmm.
they're gonna have to wake up eventually. I mean, you can see the proof is in the pudding. People want to see these stories, and people want to tell these stories. So it's time for that old stuff to get up out of here.
Yeah. I've talked to folks before about sort of movies of this nature, and they say that like sometimes this sort of stuff stays with you. Like, did this movie sort of affect you emotionally, after shooting it?
Yeah, yeah, it's one that lingered on a little bit. Had to go to some pretty
Yeah.
hard places, and so yeah, and it does ends up kind of staying with you a little bit longer.
Yeah. I saw that that Fred Hampton Jr. was a I guess consultant and producer on the movie. Did he give any input to you personally, or also him and Akua rather?
Yeah, no, not really. Not until it was over. We didn't really talk much. I thought it was probably best for the performance.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, afterwards it was a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's still giving a wealth of knowledge.
I love that you all still that you have this relationship going with folks. Are y'all still? Is everybody from the cast still sort of communicating? I
Yeah.
know, especially since it's coming out. Yeah,
Oh yeah, we good. We got a whole little group chat. Everybody.
nice.
Cool. Yeah.
That's dope. I'm jealous. Do you think that and this is kind of a tough one even for me, but do you think that this movie will inspire activism? Because we're hoping we're in a time of heightened consciousness, but do you see it sort of leading to people, you know, being more active?
Yeah. Hope the message falls on the ears that it needs to fall on, and people are inspired to be better than they were the day before. Um, but that's a internal journey. If you want to move in that direction, you find it in yourself, then yeah, you'll be inspired. If you're not ready yet, and I don't know, hopefully this movie inspires something in you. I'm not extremely confident that it'll make you ready though.
I hear that. And then I read also in this interview with Shaka that you sort of said surprised me when it came to his style for directing you. Is that sort of the approach that you take sometimes? Like you like to be surprised on set?
Yeah, sometimes things to be revealed. Yeah, it's cool. That's all part of the magic of it. when you get into the moment, sometimes in performances, you think you do things and experience things that even surprise you.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I love that.